Hey everybody. Yesterday I tried to do some velocity testing with these Hotshot 170 grain FMJs for the 8mm Mauser. And we had some pretty bad results. Two of them jammed the bolt and the other one had a split case neck. And on one of the bolt jams, the case was actually lodged in the chamber and I had to break my cleaning rod to get it out. So I decided I definitely don't want to shoot these anymore for the risk of damaging my gun or cleaning equipment or anything. They're just not good to shoot in my opinion, out of my gun at least. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of them. I already pulled two of them right here, but I thought I should go ahead and pull the rest of them on video just in case you guys wanted to see. So here's the two we already pulled. Now let's go ahead and do the rest. So let's dissect these Hotshot rounds and see what's inside. And then we'll weigh the projectile and the powder. And also I'm using a Cabela's kinetic bullet puller. And this is how I use it to pull bullets. Usually I use a oak log or stump like this. And you just gotta give it a good whack until it comes out. It already came out after just 2 hits. So now we got one more pulled. Let's go weigh its contents now. Okay, so here's that one we just pulled. Let's go ahead and weigh it out. Okay, now let's pour our powder in. Try to get the bullet out. There's the projectile. Now let's weigh the powder. I dropped a couple flakes, so it won't be 100% accurate, but close enough. And it came in at 44.1. I don't know if you can see. Here's a look up close. 44.1 grains of powder. And there's the powder right there. It's a stick or cylinder type powder, whatever you refer to it as. And I'm putting all the powder together in this to dispose of it because I don't know what powder it is. So I'm not going to reload with that powder. Now let's see how much the projectile weighs. 169.0. So about 170 grains, just like they say. 169.1.0. Let's weigh the other two that I already pulled just for fun. 169.1. Whoops. And 170.1. Okay, now let's go pull the rest of them. We still got 4 left. The next one's ready to go. That one didn't want to come out as easily, but we finally got it. Okay, now let's check the contents of the next one. And that one's powder charge came in at 44.5. Let's weigh the bullet. $169.8. We got 3 left. That time I felt some of the powder come out of the top where there's openings near the case. So we probably dropped a grain or two. Not only are these harder to extract out of my gun, they're also harder to even take out of the bullet puller for some reason. They stick more inside the collet or whatever this is called. Next powder charge, like I said, we dropped a grain or two, pulling it out. That one came in at 43.7 grains. Now let's check the bullet weight. 168 even. That's the lightest one so far. This one's the hardest to pull out so far. Got it. Okay, and that one's powder charge came in at 44.7. And the bullet, 170 even. One last one. Okay, and that last one's charge came in at 44.8. Now what about the bullet? 170.5. That's the heaviest one. 170.5. Here's one last look at all those bullets. And the cases. And here's the powder. And here's one of the Hotshot projectiles side by side to some of the other 8mm projectiles I have, just for a comparison. In order from left to right, this is a Spear 150 grain soft point. This is the Turkish Surplus 150 grain steel jacketed bullet. This is the Romanian Surplus 154 grain steel core. This one is the Barnes 160 grain tipped triple shock X bullet. This is the Hotshot 170 grain FMJ. Then we got a Sierra 175 grain soft point, a Nosler 180 grain ballistic tip. This is the S&B 196 grain FMJ. This is a Sierra 200 grain boat tail hollow point. And then a Spear 200 grain soft point. And finally a Sierra 220 grain Game King. But anyways, that's all for the Hotshot dissection video. Thanks for watching.